How's it going? It's all the news, all the time. And we're looking at a story here which is from the Mail Online, and it's talking about the questions men really want to ask their wives. And that got me thinking. I mean, what do men really want to know about their wives? So, husbands reveal their explosive secret feelings from wanting a threesome to being disappointed with weight gain. Right. Men took to Whisper to share the questions they wish they could ask their wives. One man said he wanted an open relationship but doesn't know where to start. Another confessed to finding his wife unattractive because she gained weight. There you go. Most married couples like to think they have an open and honest relationship, really. But these questions prove that there are some topics that are too explosive to be discussed. Frustrated husbands from around the world have taken to US secret sharing app Whisper to confess the questions they wish they could ask their wives without fear of ruining their marriage. So there's some questions going on here. Why is it Why is it fair that I stay fit, but my wife gains 30 pounds in 1 year? Asks someone from Iowa. Well, yeah. A husband from Melbourne, Australia, all right, mate, dreams of having a threesome but is too afraid to suggest mixing things up between the sheets. Well, that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, if it all goes wrong, you haven't got 2 women, you've got 0 women. So, the question here, why does my wife dress sexy when she goes outside but never when it's with me? Well, I don't think she's dressing sexy for you. That's what I think. The honeymoon phase is over. This wife from New York, might feel comfortable around her husband, but he wishes she made a little more effort with her appearance. Yeah. So why does my wife get mad if I watch porn by myself? Seriously, I never have trouble performing in bed. I don't think that's the issue with her. She just doesn't want it as often as I do. It's not cheating. Yeah, it probably is that bit that she's concerned about, or she thinks of it as cheating somehow. Maybe mentally cheating. Difference in opinion. Porn is at the centre of the marital issue for this husband from San Diego, California. Leave a comment in the comment section. Is porn a form of cheating? Is it emotional cheating? It's having sexual thoughts about someone else who's not you. So maybe. I mean, it's not physically cheating, but it's certainly, the mind is certainly involved. Question here, why does my wife play happy families when people are around but wants to split up the rest of the time? Well, I think she's putting on a facade. She's putting on a nice display for her friends and family, but the reality is she's not happy, to be honest. And that's a husband from Huddersfield. Is fed up with his wife playing happy families. I'm just guessing here. I'm not some agony aunt. Yeah, I'm not some agony aunt who can work things out. But let me know in the comments what you think. Why does my wife touch her phone? I thought she was going to say. I thought he was going to say something else then. Why does my wife touch her phone every morning before she touches me? Well, the phone brings her happiness. Maybe some interesting thoughts. I don't know what you're thinking about that one. Bad habits. A woman from Lake Forest, Illinois, might not even realise she's hurting her husband with her actions. Do you check your phone every morning? I do. As soon as I get up, I check. There's like notifications, emails, check various things. So yeah, maybe it's not about you. It's just just checking stuff. So why does my wife insist with living her life through Facebook? Says a man from London. That is an interesting question, isn't it? Why do some people have to show everything on Facebook? Why do they want to show everything on Facebook? Why? And the opposite is, why don't you? Why don't you like doing that? Why don't you enjoy the sort of the vicarious viewing of things? I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? Putting stuff on Facebook, not putting our stuff on Facebook, social media in general? Why does my wife find it okay to constantly make noise and disturb my sleep before work, but I walk on eggshells when she needs her rest? Well, that's because she's got double standards. She's a wife from Elmont, New York, is apparently not respecting her husband's downtime as much as he would like. Yeah, you need to I don't know, tell her. It's just don't have it all one way. So why does my wife always threaten to kill herself, blimey, or quit her job just to get my attention? She's such a drama queen. Yeah, it might be more than that. It might be more serious than just being a drama queen. Are you ignoring her? Is this what she has to do to get your attention? This is not good, though. You really need to sort this out. Inconsiderate, a man from Fairview, Oregon, seems to have a little compassion for what could be serious mental illness. Yeah, it could well be an issue, man. I think you need to have a little talk to each other and sort this out. I want to ask my wife to have a threesome. Yeah, it's a risky road, that, my friend, from Melbourne, Australia. Because, I mean, she might be into it and bring her friend over. Chance of that happening, yeah, it's not high. And what's the outcome going to be? She's going to be like, no, you get out. You're sleeping on the sofa. How dare you? You're disgusting. So it could be a real issue. You know? You're like 80% chance of it going wrong. I reckon maybe 90% chance of that going wrong. So I don't know. It's a risky manoeuvre. Risky biscuits, that one. So I want to ask my wife to have a poly relationship. This is even further than that, but not sure how to go about it. See, a threesome is just a one-off, or every now and then. But a poly relationship, when you've got another whole person and it's a full-on relationship, that's a very big thing. I mean, it works for some people, and it doesn't work for a lot of people. But I was reading a book and it was saying monogamy was designed when we used to have much shorter lifespans, and hundreds and hundreds of years ago people would be pretty much dead by the time they were 40, and so a relationship would be for your whole life because you die at 40. But now, because we've got better food, better healthcare, better everything, better roads, better transportation, better clothing, better shelter, we live much, much longer. And so this theory of being with someone for just one person is so long. So maybe monogamy isn't really designed for humans. I don't know. What's your opinion on that? Monogamy. I know a lot of people who are serial monogamists. So they have one relationship for a length of time, and then they have another relationship for a length of time, and they carry on in this sort of what most people would consider a normal method or a normal pattern, serial monogamy. But I also know people who are polyamorous, and that seems to work for them as well. So I don't know. So let me know what you think about that. Why does my wife find it so hard to say sorry and be so stubborn? Well, I mean, the easy answer is she's a woman, but in reality it's men and women. Everyone finds it difficult to say sorry because it's like you have to really climb down, you have to get over your ego, you have to get over yourself, you have to be humble, and that's difficult for people. It needs emotional maturity, especially if you don't think you are wrong. Whew, then it's really hard. Yeah, very, very tricky. So I mean, yeah, it is a difficult thing for men and women, especially if they do think they're right. So I wouldn't just say it's a woman thing or a wife thing. I say it's hard. What was that? Was that phrase I heard? The hardest thing for a man to say is sorry, and the second hardest is I need help, and the third hardest thing he can say is war sister shy sauce. So those are the three hardest things that a man can say. But sorry is one of them. Dear wife, I too am disgusted of my body. It's very unfortunate, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to make love to you. So why does it stop you? Well, people deal with that stuff differently, don't they? They deal with body issues and self-conscious issues and this self-esteem, and it all comes down from experience and how you've been treated through life. So yeah, it's difficult. It is difficult. You need to spend a lot of time and sort of develop a relationship and really sort of get to know someone and make them trust you. Well, not just make them trust you, prove you're trustworthy. Listening Spark, a man from San Antonio, Texas, has noticed a drop in their sex life and wonders if his physique is to blame. Well, you could make some effort yourself, my friend. So, I work hard so I can have nice things. So why does my wife continue to buy cheap toilet paper? Why? I do not know, my friend. Just ask her. Say, can you stop buying the one-ply stuff that is gross? Could you? That'd be nice. I think you just have to ask her. That's quite a simple one. And it's the little things. Cheap toilet paper might be the straw that breaks the camel's back for this man in Maricopa, Arizona. Let me know how you pronounce that. That'd be nice. Maricopa. And we've got next. Why is it that when I tell my wife I need some peace and quiet for an hour, she wants to tell me a long-winded story? Because she likes you, and you're her friend, and you're going to talk about stuff. and it's going to be good. And stop being such a, butthead about it. So give me a break. Husband from Whitby, Ontario. Oh, Whitby. I've been there in England. Desperate for some peace and quiet, he says. Why is it so hard just to get my wife to kiss me? Because she doesn't fancy you. She wants a little more tenderness. A man from Edmond, Oklahoma, doesn't understand why it's so difficult for his wife to give him a kiss. Well, either she doesn't like you, or she's not sexually attracted to you, or she's gone off sex generally. People do. They just get bored of sex. They find it boring. I mean, it can be, unless you really jazz it up. Maybe you're kind of gross. Maybe you stink. Maybe there's loads of reasons. But anyway, let's move on. Let me know what you think about it. I'm laid back, says you, and like to be happy. Why does my wife always have to be stressed and start arguments? Because it's the way she is. That's just her personality. She's hyper, and you're super mellow, which is probably why you got together in the first place. Because you're all calm and relaxed, and she's like, da 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 da, let's go. So you bought that situation. You bought that book. I don't know how to express that sort of concept, but you went into that and you made that choice. So now you have to. You made your bed and now you have to lie in it. There you go. I found it. So one of those things. So let me know what you think. Some comments down here. There's a lot of comments. 1163 on the old comments. What do they say? What? I don't even know what that's about. Sometimes a woman wants a husband and not another child. Good point, Pinky Roo. Not what she's saying. Why was my ex-fiance secretly still speaking with women on dating apps when I was filling all the complaints above? Men just always want to keep testing the waters. It's not just men. I know what you're saying, but it's not just men, sorry. Maybe 50 years ago in the Kings Road, I think he means Kings Road, Chelsea boutiques, but the question I would like to ask the missus now is, why can't she see that her ass is too big for that mini dress instead of having to ask me, do I look good in this when we're in Primark? I don't. It's not reminding me. Yeah. So let me know what you think in the old comments. Have you got any questions about you should really want to ask your husbands? And yeah. Well, so leave a comment. Press the old like button. Press the old subscribe button. If you see any more buttons, press that. If you've got any buttons, sew them on. Yeah, and I will see you guys later on.